Hey folks, welcome back to Bullets and Brass. This is the Halloween special, I guess, even though I've got Christmas lighting kind of going on. Anyway, I've been doing that for a while. The topic for today is kind of the antithesis of what we've been doing. It is, well, sort of. It is why you wouldn't go with a modern caliber, why you wouldn't go with the latest and greatest for your hunting rifle. And the answer really boils down to one simple thing, even though we'll get more into it, and that is you don't need to. It works. What you have works, or the old stuff still works. The short today, because it is currently Halloween, and I did a short for this morning. This video is coming out tomorrow. The short for today was about a hunting rifle that is roughly 100 years old, slightly older than that, actually. Still today is just as practical. The scope is showing its age in terms of technology. There's no range markings or anything like that. But at the ranges you normally hunt at, let's be real. Do you really need it, or is it just helpful? Now, if you are hunting somewhere where you really are taking longer shots, yes, you really should be using a scope with better systems for that. But the rifle, if anything, it's overkill for a lot of it, right? Other calibers, 30-06, 308, 30-30. If you are using that rifle for the same thing it was intended for originally, yeah, is there potentially something a little better? Theoretically, yes. But most people don't actually stretch that envelope in terms of situation far enough for better to matter. If you don't open up the range past a couple hundred yards, 308 is better than 6.5 Creedmoor. In fact, 308 is better than a lot of these other rounds. Now, some of them have more power, but do you want more power, or is 308 more than sufficient power and you're just damaging more meat? If I'm willing to use a hunting caliber that is more than 15 years old, or even a self-defense caliber, a oh shit caliber, right? Whatever it is, if I'm willing to go back 10 years, my selection in rifles, particularly if I'm shopping used, if I'm trying to save money and I'm shopping used rifles, that selection is going to be huge comparatively. How many of the latest and greatest caliber rifles are available right now? Not models. How many are actually in store? How many can you go get? A friend of mine tried to get a 6mm ARC Howa. Now, the Howa is available in many calibers and has been around for a while. And if you want a used one in 308, even 6.5 Creedmoor, right? This is not hard. He wanted one in 6mm ARC. He finally gave up waiting. He had it on order, and they're like, you're not going to see your rifle for quite a while, months and months and months and months. And he gave up. He bought something that he could find, an AR platform setup, in 6mm ARC. And even then, not a lot of options. He didn't get to necessarily pick and choose whose setup he got. He got what he got. Luckily, it was appropriate for what he wanted the rifle for. Now, if he was looking for a 223, if he was looking for a 300 Blackout, even 6.5 Grendel, a lot more rifle options available. Ammo. Now, I'm not going to say there's more 6.5 Grendel ammo than 6mm ARC, but yeah, probably there is, right, in terms of options. But certainly, many other options exist in that range that are more available. And what are you really doing with the rifle? Are you shooting far enough that 6mm ARC is truly superior in reality, not in the numbers, but like end result on target? Are you getting something you weren't getting? Because say you're coyote hunting and you're shooting at 100 yards because, well, it's a coyote and you didn't get a shot more than 100 yards, right? Is the coyote more dead, right? I mean, like, did you have a problem killing the coyote with the 5.56? Probably not. You could have used a 22 mag. So, he wanted the 6mm arc. He really likes that caliber. He thinks it's very cool. He got it. He plans to shoot it pretty far out there. He's going to pick and choose ammo and situations. He's got other rifles when it's not an appropriate choice. By making that choice, he has to purchase ammo in another caliber. He is making a choice to have more limited options in that gun. He had to buy different mags. He has to have another, if he wants a spare bolt, it's not the same, right? When you want new and better, you have to keep in mind that there's going to be extra costs and hassles involved. Even if it's as simple as your scope reticle, it's not calibrated for that caliber. There are no scope reticles, as far as I know, that are calibrated by intent for 6mm arc, right? So what I'm saying is, just because we talk about the new and the better calibers a lot, just because that's a topic of conversation, doesn't mean you actually need to switch. Doesn't mean that what you have is somehow less capable than it already was. That if you have something appropriate for a given task, you should change that up. No, it means that if you're buying a new one anyway, maybe you should consider that one. If you are pushing the envelope from where you are now to something that benefits from that newer and better, right, maybe that makes sense. Otherwise, I would say put the money into ammo and practice. So, anyway, take care, have fun, stay safe, keep shooting, and happy Halloween.